I was in chronic pain. My knee hurt just sitting, like it just would throb constantly. It never not hurt.
I was still playing baseball at the time, and I had really bad shoulder, elbow type injuries. And I'd never properly gotten it addressed. I'd always opted for like cortisone shots and just, take some ibuprofen, you'll be fine, get out there and keep going. But I was into my 30s and I wasn't recovering like I used to.
I've told people, like, think about your medical bills, like how much a hip replacement costs, and if your insurance doesn't cover it all, like, this is like pennies. The cost of this is like pennies compared to what a joint replacement surgery would be.
I had injured my back last May. Had kind of a rough summer of trying to let time heal it, trying to work through it, just, random suggestions, I guess, from people. And
I've always been part of the construction industry. So it's been, like lower back pain has been always something that I've always dealt with a little bit. And it definitely was, needing attention for sure on that.
Like the typical chiropractor I would go to just didn't do what I needed to be done. So a guy I played ball with let me know about this place, about Advantage Health. And he said they'll basically do whatever it's going to take for you to be able to play and to be able to feel good, and they'll design something like for you if you need it. I was like, okay.
My knee started to hurt, and I just thought it was because I was, running on it all the time. I was running probably 50 to 100 miles a week. So I went in and I had run the cartilage out of my knee. And so I went in and I had surgery that summer, and the surgery did not work. When I went back last summer, I was like, my knee has never really felt better. So I had cartilage replacement surgery. They said, well, we never really fixed the other side of your knee, we just did one. And I'm like, I really wish you would have told me that. So they said, you need to do a partial knee replacement. So now I'm like, do I do this surgery? It feels wrong. Everything just felt wrong. So I was talking to my cousin, and she said, you should try soft wave stem cell therapy on your knee before you do your surgery. I'm not saying you shouldn't do your surgery, but before you do your surgery. And I was very, very skeptical. And I was doing all this research. I'm a teacher, so I was doing all this research, and I called up here, and I think I talked to Mel, and I'm like, really? Like, how do I know I'm a candidate? And she goes, you just have to come. And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, just come. And I said, all right. So I came up and came in here not knowing what to expect at all. And it was lightning bolt. Like, my whole life changed in that moment. It was the first moment in like 5 years that my knee had not hurt.
The SoftWave, I saw like an immediate change on it. Like the pain was gone, which was crazy, but it was, I don't know, it was just one of those things like you finally felt like, you found a fix for it. So that was great. I just finished up my sessions with it all, and it's been easy. I don't know, like I was explaining to my wife, like I used to wake up every morning and kind of be worried about if I was gonna bend over and put my socks on, how I was gonna feel. And now it's just like, I can just do it.
I went from hardly being able to walk normally to, that was probably in September when I came in. And by December, I coached my daughter's basketball team, running up and down the court. Months of no progress and a couple months of, from what felt like 0 to 90%.
It was like a new body. I wasn't any pain.